do you think it should maybe be treated the same as the Stapleton Cup, that the final be played on hurling semi-final weekend? It has more counties hurling longer. Like I would feel that while Yee and Carlow got hurling into June, Laois and Kildare and Kerry were all finished in the middle of May. And that's not right. They should be hurling into the middle of June, and maybe the top two teams are go on to maybe play in the McDonagh final, and then being part of the semi-final day in front of 50,000-60,000 people at Croke Park. Would that not be better in the long run?
Of course it would. Like it's too condensed. That's the first thing to say about it. Like, it's a really jam-packed. Like, it's week on week on week. Like, I mean, as I said before, Offaly won the Division 2 league final, and the week later they were playing Laois. So look, it probably needs to be extended longer over a period. So to do that, you know, that link between the Lee McCarthy, between the Joe McDonagh finalists and the Lee McCarthy teams, possibly should, you know, is there a need for it? I'm not sure. My opinion is probably not. It's no harm to play a Division 1 team, but at that stage, like, as Offaly had shown, like, after you lose, it's very hard to get the guys motivated again to go again. So from that point of view, I would say it's better. I think the league is where we need to review. Obviously, you know, the provincials, there's question marks over the provincials campaigns as well. Like, so it's not just about sorting out the Joe McDonagh and maybe extending it. I think there's a bigger picture here to be looked at. Like, in an overall scheme, has Leinster, who is basically the rest of Ireland, is that working? Maybe it is. Certainly, Munster is ultra competitive. There's also no relegation out of Munster because Kerry, you know, unless Kerry win the Joe McDonagh, that doesn't come into play. So it's as if the teams in Munster have pulled up the ladder behind them and closed shop. And it's created a really, really good competition. We're all aware of that. But no less so, like, there's an imbalance there. So I think, yes, the Joe McDonagh should be extended throughout summer. I don't know, is there a need for a link then for the Joe McDonagh? Certainly the team that loses the Joe McDonagh final, there's probably no need for them to go on and be wait for 3 weeks to play, you know, the third place team in Munster. It's just a bridge too far at the wrong time of the season. I do, however, believe that the likes of Offaly do need more games against the top teams, and the perfect vessel for that is the league. I mean, to get that right and to get the balance right there would help certainly developing counties. So it needs to be looked at, and I believe they are looking at that.
Is there a case that, look, I think we've got to accept the league has got to be a development competition now? Because I get frustrated every year. People said the league is not competitive enough, or not. Like, what do we want, another championship before the main championship? Like, do you want to turn the league into a mini Like, I don't know if that's maybe you need a league where maybe you give, you bring the Offaly's and the Carlows into it and maybe expand it. And okay, you might get the tough games against a Galway or a Clare, but you might also have an Offaly or Westmeath where maybe you can blood guys with, and I'm sure that those, no disrespect, the McDonagh teams would benefit from that as well. That we accept that the league is a developing ground for the championship for everyone.
I think so, yes. Look, to be fair, I think that was one of the reasons that the old Division 1B and 1A went, because the top teams didn't want to be playing each other so often. And then this is how this developed. Okay, so what you have is you don't have a really competitive league at the top at the moment, because teams, you know, they'll use their panel, the top tier teams. But then on the other side of Division 2, it's ultra competitive. Like, it's full on, like, straight away. Everyone wants to get out of Division 2 to get up to have a crack at the top teams. So that leads to really, really competitive games with teams that are probably on, as I say, hurling-wise, the population base isn't as great as the opposition at the top level. So yes, there's no doubt about it. You know, let's be honest, no one is going to once the championship's not going to go. But do you make the league, as you said, more of a development competition? Maybe hold on to your Munster or Leinster competition, but have it maybe knockout, and then pick your top 10, top 12 teams to play Lee McCarthy. Maybe the way to go, or maybe something they could look at.
Okay, well, Johnny, look, brilliant stuff this morning. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll chat to you again soon.
Sure, Johnny.
Okay, boys.